Nope. That's right.
What's good, everyone? How y'all doing? What's sizzling? It is your favorite frustrated creative Sholay signing in for another video. If you're new to my channel, hi, hello, hola. My name is Sholay and this is my creative channel where I post motivational Mondays, skits, and commentary. Now let's just jump into this video. Alright, so I've noticed that my demographic in certain places, especially in the States, are going back to school right now. In a pandemic. The government don't care about y'all. The government don't care. They don't care, because if they did, they wouldn't do that. But realizing that some of y'all going back to school, I thought it'd be great to do an unpopular opinions video on school, specifically on high school. And if you guys would like me to do a unpopular opinions on high school versus university or just university alone, please comment down below. First unpopular opinion on high school. The reason why a lot of y'all don't know what you want to be in life is because you've been so cliquey all your life. Y'all have always needed to be part of a group. Y'all always follow the crowd with so many things that you don't have your own identity. So when it comes down for you to actually go ahead and do something for your own future, you don't know what you're doing. So my advice for that one is don't be cliquey in high school. It's not cute. It's not cute. Do your own thing. Allow yourself to go ahead and find other things that you like, your other interests. If it's volunteering, helping kids, helping people, if it means cooking on the weekends and stuff and trying different recipes and seeing that you love cooking, maybe becoming a chef or going ahead to film YouTube videos for food makes you happy, bro, you can go ahead and make that into an actual career for yourself instead of everyone doing psychology in university. As if you're going to become a psychologist when you finish, but you end up being behind a desk job for the rest of your life. That doesn't sound fun. That doesn't sound fun. Another unpopular opinion. Why in the world do I have to ask to go to the washroom? Why do I have to ask to go to the washroom? Why do you need to know what's going on with my bladder? Why do I gotta tell you where I need to go? Like, you really think I'm trying to miss class? Okay, let's be honest. There's certain classes that I would purposely want to skip, or, okay, I'm not encouraging skipping. Side note, disclaimer, I'm not encouraging skipping, but some of y'all teachers out here really suck. You really suck at teaching, so I'm gonna want to skip that class. Let me stick to the point. Can I just go and come back? Can I just go and come back? Me asking makes no sense. Sometimes it's an actual emergency. Sometimes I actually gotta go. Like, I had something not too cute last night and my stomach's just doing like, ooh, that's a boo-boo. That's a boo-boo and we gotta fix it. And the next thing to fix it is me going to the washroom. And me telling you I gotta go to the washroom when I'm this close to leaving a dookie in my pants is rude. Teachers who actually did make that a rule where it's like you can actually just go to the washroom, thank you. I know I'm gonna come off a little rude, but male teachers are 10 times better than female teachers. I don't care what nobody says. The way they teach in general is just, so much better. Female teachers just are so anal over everything, over every single little thing, but they're not like that in university though, which makes no sense. But literally in high school, female teachers are so anal over the smallest things. Like, let me just do my assignment and go. Why do you need to be doing the most? Why do you need to be nitpicky over everything? Like, male teachers, like, they're just 10 times better, in my personal opinion. There was like a few small percentage of female teachers in my school that I actually liked. The rest of them were just anal for no reason. Like, relax. Yo, gym teachers that actually teach history and social studies, why? But they're the best. Low key, they're the best. They're so easy. They let everything rely on movies, or they'll go ahead and play documentaries on Netflix to us to teach us instead of actually making us read some historian book that we don't really care about. Because majority of the time, we don't even remember it. You're not even gonna use it in university. So what's the point of even wasting our time reading a book they're not even gonna use? I'm not saying education from books are bad, but shout out to the gym teachers who teach history. Jocks are really not that cool. They're not. Most of them are steroid-filled, cynical, narcissistic airheads majority of the time. I'm not trying to be rude, but a lot of them, they find pride in hurting other people, whether it's girls or boys. A lot of them are very abusive too. especially when it comes to relationships. Like, we all knew that one jock that if someone said this person beat up a girl or a guy in the future and was arrested, we wouldn't pass it by them. We all knew one. Like, yeah, maybe he came off really cool, but we all knew that because he was taking mad steroids, he wasn't thinking straight. So therefore, we knew that he had the tendency of doing some messed up stuff in the future. All y'all little high school girls who are going ahead to say, oh my God, university guys are the best. He's probably cheating on you.
Let me... Oh my God.
He probably doesn't take your relationship just as seriously as you think it is. Just saying. Just a thought. It's not kissing booth, bro. This is not the kissing booth. Your boyfriend's probably not that amazing. Not to say that that guy in the movie is even amazing to begin with.
Meg.
But bro, like, understand one thing. University boys are not any better than high school boys. Majority of the guys who go into university after high school and are already in a relationship with someone who's younger than them are usually unserious. They're usually pretty unserious. I don't know what to tell you to make you understand that these boys are not for you, honey. They're not. Or dating someone who's way older than you when you're in high school. What are you doing? What are you doing when you should be focusing on your books? Actually use that time that you are going ahead to go talk to these way older boys in university and even beyond that and put it to actually doing stuff for yourself. Please. Because these boys will groom you. And if you don't know what grooming means, it's basically when someone takes you under their wing as a young person and basically manipulates and changes you and gives you some kind of training and turns you into what they want you to be. And if that ends up happening, honey, if you have a better definition, please comment down below. Let me know. Please stop chasing these older boys. Stop. Because as I said, they're not men, they're boys. Stop chasing these older boys. Some of them are emotionally abusive. They're physically abusive. And another thing, they could probably not groom you, but they're very childish. Very childish. Like, they're hanging around 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds because they don't have anything going on for themselves. So the common denominator is they don't really have anything substantial going for them. Would you really want to be with someone who's not having something going on for them that's substantial for you to be a part of? No, you wouldn't. So stop with these older boys. Why is it that a lot of y'all will go ahead and start spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on brands in high school? Why? No one cares. You are succumbing to the consumerist way of thinking. Why? Brands don't matter in high school. They literally don't, because at the end of the day, y'all will overwear them because you guys don't know how to dress. A lot of y'all believe that in order to dress nice, you need to be dripped in brands. No, you don't. Because I've seen the ugliest pairs of shoes being worn by young women and men. Stop dripping yourself in brands. You don't need it. Going around with lashes, with like $300 weaves and wigs, going ahead to wear Balenciaga, going ahead to wear Louis Vuitton in school, going ahead to dress up super nice. No one cares. You're not gonna use those photos in high school anymore once you get to university. So what's the point? A lot of us in university are laughing at y'all, seeing all your photos drip down in brands, when we know for sure you probably don't have enough money to pay for university. Did I piss someone off yet? You think I was gonna... I'm dragging edges. All the gossiping that some of y'all do in high school is literally useless. Because at the end of the day, y'all leave high school being the same way. And gossiping and saying all sorts of nonsense nobody cares about. It doesn't make any sense. Just shut up your mouths. It doesn't make any sense. How do you leave high school to go into university, to go into higher education? And then you go ahead and still be the same useless, nonsensical person that you were in high school. Why? Kilode? So you didn't evolve, eh? You didn't evolve. Arishi. Why do I have to come to school when I'm cramping? So for the boys to say, oh, are you PMSing again? I beg, let me PMS at home by myself with ice cream watching Law and Order Special Victims Unit. Please, I don't need to come to school. It's not that big of a deal if I miss my bio midterm. I can do it tomorrow. It's not that deep. In fact, I can find the answers for you online and send it to the whole entire class and we'd all pass it. Isn't that what you want? Isn't that what you want? The fact that they give free condoms in schools but not free pads and tampons? Why do I gotta go to the head office if I don't have a pad or a tampon? Why can't it just be offered in the counselor's office or just be around in the girls' washrooms? We're not gonna be taking all the things that we would possibly need in a time of crisis in school all over the bathrooms. We're not. I'm sorry. Why don't I know how to do all the things I need to do as a basic adult when I leave high school? Why? It actually doesn't make any sense to me. Why? Y'all stress so hard about math and quadratics and all of these things that I don't need, but I don't know where to get insurance or how to get insurance. I don't know how to do my taxes. I don't know how to change a tire, my G. I guess that's where self-education comes through, but why? Y'all could have put that time into actually doing that for us. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay. Why do people always shame people who party in high school? I don't understand. Like, it's not an issue. Like, you can party just as hard and get good grades. Like, you can do both. You can do both. Me personally, I had strict parents. I have African parents, Nigerian parents, so I'm not able to do that. You're allowed to party in high school and still get good grades in high school. You just have to learn how to manage it. And a lot of people do not know how to manage it. And I feel like that's the reason why it's such a bad stereotype or it's such a bad connotation when people party. Because all of a sudden they think you don't have sense. Like, there's not something up here. Why? But I'm not saying get trash wasted. I'm not saying get trash wasted. I'm just saying you can go ahead and party during the weekends and still do really good in your athletics and still do really good in school. You can do all of it. Like, it's not fun to always be so stuck on your education to the point where you don't have any fun. And it's also a problem if you stick too much in having fun and you don't focus on your education. You can balance the two. And people who learn how to balance the two in high school, when it came to university, they knew how to have a good social life. Because a lot of people don't know how to have a good social life in university. They don't. They're just schoolwork, 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 schoolwork. What kind of life is that? You need to be able to, network, socialize, talk with people, build your social circles at that time, be able to relate with people, speak to people, do all of that. I guess trigger warning is not talked about enough in school for some reason. Why? When it happens a lot. It happens a lot. And girls don't seem to know exactly what to do about it. And the next thing they go ahead and do is start pasting it all over social media. And then it becomes a whole situation when social media shouldn't be the first thing you go ahead and do. Could we stop talking about European history as if it's the be-all, end-all? Like, I'm tired. European history is not that great. We don't need to be talking about it every 2 seconds. Can we talk about other stuff too? And could we not always go ahead to talk about slavery whenever we're talking about African history or African American history in the States? Can we stop? Because that's not where my ancestry starts from. That's where none of our ancestry starts from. It's just where colonization really took a hit on Africa. Stop sleeping with people in school. Stop it. Giving sloppy toppies in the bathroom. Like going ahead to smash someone in the bathrooms. That's just nasty and unsanitary. I don't need to know that. I don't need to see it. I don't need to hear it. Y'all are nasty. Making out behind bleachers. Please. If you know you can't do it in private, don't do it in public. Please. It's nasty. I don't need to see all of that nonsense. See small pickings who don't know how to kiss. Go and sit down somewhere. Go and read your book. Last but not least, teachers. If you don't like children, stop teaching. You're ruining my experience. We don't need you teaching us if you don't actually like us. Stop it. And stop telling us about your personal lives all the time and making us actually have to remember it. Because the thing is, a lot of us end up hearing literally half or 75% of what's going on in your life than what we actually have to learn. And then it becomes a situation where more than half of the class is failing the course because all we're listening to is your family issues and your problems and your ex-girlfriend and your ex-wife and all your children just being all over the world. We don't care. We don't care. It's not cute. These poor children out here who have to go to university and all they're remembering from their science class is that your wife needed a C-section in order to give birth for 5 of your kids.
Y'all are going to jail! Period!
Teachers who allow students to eat in their classes during lunchtime, you the real one. You the real one! That's on period. Drama kids are annoying. They're forever gonna be annoying. Your life is not Glee. Your life is not Glee. Stop. 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 Anywho, thank you so much for watching my unpopular opinions video. If you'd like me to do more of them, please comment down below and let me know, what are some of your unpopular opinions? What are certain things that you didn't like about high school? Or some things that you feel like high school is just trash for right now, if you're in it or you're going back to it? Please let me know down below. If you'd like to see more of my face, please subscribe down below and hit that little notification bell on the side. This is your favorite rated creative, Shirley, signing out of this video. And remember, God made you special and He loves you very much, and you can do anything you set your mind to. All right, peace.